Hi y'all. Happy Friday. Um, I was watching a video on relativity that explained things really well. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but right now I'm really enjoying YouTube, the educational parts of YouTube, um, because believe it or not, I probably learned more physics, uh, I learned to get a deeper appreciation of physics. I learned physics in college. I studied in college, but I got an intuitive sense of what was going on from YouTube creators, which is really interesting. Um, I did the equations, I did the math, I juggled the things, but um, I think people who have a good talent for expressing and summing up and coming up with intuitive explanations, um, they can be found anywhere. They're not just necessarily in the college classroom. In fact, that's one of the problems with college classrooms is they hire college faculty. The tenure track is for people who do research, not so much people who teach. They have to teach as part of their duties, um, but it's really not what they're there for. They're there to do research and make the university prestigious. Um, so when you want to get good understanding, intuitive explanation, sometimes you do have to go to YouTube. Sometimes you do have to find people who have more of a gift for education. Because, like, I'm telling you, being a good researcher is one thing, but being a good teacher is something totally different. Being a good teacher means you can empathize with the student. You can find out where they're at, and you can explain a concept to them that they may not understand. And you can use it by taking something familiar to them and extrapolating it into something beyond what they know. Um, I've read some educational theory by Vygotsky with the zone of proximal learning, things like that when I was studying education, and I think that's true. You got to meet them where they're at, and then take them a little beyond where they are. The zone that's next door, the zone of proximal learning. Just take them a little bit out of their comfort zone, expand their circle of knowledge so they know a little bit more, and then you can build on that. And I've always liked that. And the thing is, it's not a natural talent. I think being an educator is something that you have to want to do it, and you get better at it. You practice and you get better at it. But um, I don't know. I think like with college professors, it's kind of hit or miss because a lot of them may look at teaching as a chore instead of like something they want to do, and are really in it for the research. So I don't know. I do learn quite a bit from YouTube videos because they're amateurs and they love what they do. You know, I know YouTube's heavily monetized, but a lot of people just like to do it for the love of the game. Anyway, um, that's my 2 cents for today. Happy Friday. I'll talk to you later.